What up, though, everybody? What's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the kitchen. Welcome to the kitchen. Welcome to the kitchen. Welcome to the kitchen. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Can you guys hear me? Okay. I'm doing what I promised y'all I would do, honey. But Nene dropped this episode early. She dropped this episode early. But anyway, we're gonna get into it, honey. All right, y'all can hear me good. All right, cool. All right, so we're gonna wait. We do need to wait since we are doing a watch along. We probably need to wait at least 10 minutes in before we get into things. So I'm gonna speak to y'all, and then we're gonna get the little announcements out the way, and then we'll get into it. Okay. Miss Peggy said I watched it already. Well, you didn't watch it with me. You didn't watch it with me, Miss Peggy. What's going on, Miss Faith? Good eve. Well, what is it? Afternoon? Good afternoon. What up, dude, Terry? What's going on? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Girl, what's the tea? Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to you. Nikki, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How you doing? How you doing? Mama Bees, what's going on? How are you? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Miss Angie B, good afternoon. How are you? How are you? How are you? Yeah, I'm just saying you ain't watched it with me. What's going on, Miss Lysandra? How are you? How are you? It is hump day. Hopefully y'all's day is going smooth and good. Let me see here. I watched it, but I wanted to watch it with you. See, Nikki, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Put my head up. Put my head up. You know, make me feel like, you know, we doing something around here. I appreciate you though. Okay, so she dropped it early, y'all. It was supposed to have been dropped at like right now, I think. No, I think it was supposed to be at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time and then 3 p.m. Eastern Time. But she had already dropped it. Which means she had to, like, somebody from her or her team literally went and started it early. I was like, now, Nene, why would you do that to me? What's going on, sweet essence? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. What's up, Kat Calloway? Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. So we're gonna wait about 10 minutes before we get into it, and we've been on for about 5 minutes thus far. So let's just go over a few announcements, honey. Not announcements, but anyway, if you haven't caught, I have dropped several videos and different things Um, the funeral home in Houston, y'all. Um, the funeral home in Houston. So what I'm seeing now is, y'all, that they're saying that the man that went into the funeral home looking for his mom, they want to get him on trespassing charges. Y'all, can y'all believe that? They are wanting to get him on trespassing charges because they said that he had no business being in the facility. How do he got no business being in the facility when his mama was up in there, laying up in there, and an uncle? I'm telling y'all, baby, I'm telling y'all, I'm following this case like it's like baby, I am following this case. Do you hear me? Um, I need to talk about Crystal Kung Minkoff. I like her now. We are supposed to be watching that interview as well. Um I I don't actually have a problem with Crystal. But I agree that I don't feel like she was at her best potential as a housewife. I do agree with that because I feel like she did have a lot in her. Now I understand Crystal is money on or off screen. But yeah, we're supposed to go over to that interview as well. What's going on, Laquanza? How you doing? How you doing? All right, y'all. So that's that about the funeral home. Uh I've noticed that when I drop these videos about unalivings or different things, you always got a cousin or auntie or a child or somebody coming in the comments saying that I don't get the information right. Girl, I be feeling bad for y'all because of um the simple fact of the matter is we only go by what is being reported. Okay. I more than likely have a news clipping up in there. I also will put in the description box the article that I have read or where I got the information from. So I never understand why, and I get it, emotions be high, but one thing about it, and two things for sure. I'm only going based off of what is put online. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not me making up the story. You act like I'm going there making a story up. I be understanding families' emotions be high and stuff like that. And then sometimes I don't be even halfway believing that folks be related to these folks. They just be saying stuff. You knew them from down the street. You're over talking about that's my uncle. Girl, it took a non-black woman to put CK in check. Child, what's going on, Sean Talks? What's going on? What's going on? How are you? So y'all, sit back, kick off your shoe. Well, now leave them shoes on in the kitchen. I don't want you to slip and fall or nothing like that, cause we finna get ready to hear the lies. The lies, the lies, the lies, the lies, the lies, the lies, the lies. I told y'all. I've been and told y'all about Latasha. We told y'all about Latasha 2 years ago when that show was on. Listen, that was a time to be had on YouTube. Okay, when their show was on, that was a time to be had. Okay, baby, money was to be made. Okay, everybody was interested in what was going on with Latasha now. You get a lot, Latasha, baby. I cannot. Tasha and the fifth grader tell nothing but lies. Who is the fifth grader? Fifth grader. Who is the fifth grader? Latasha still isn't on anything. It always we gonna call it out today. No, sure is. Um, Latasha should be her name. Well, we almost there, y'all. So let me go ahead. Let me share my screen. Um, and let me. I kind of want to read the comments on the what's her name, but she got the chat replay off. God dog it, because I sure wanted to see it. Oh, you said fifth member. Got you. I don't know why I said fifth grader. Reading is fundamental, ain't it? The fifth member, the mama. Got it. I was confused. I was so confused. I thought I read fifth grader. I don't know where I saw that, but that's where I read it. Okay, hold on one second. Let me. Yeah, I really don't like this StreamYard stuff. Okay, there we go. And let me change the layout of the YouTube video. There we go. All right, y'all. So we're gonna get into it. Let me put my fair use banner up here. Wait a minute. Also too, guys, please don't forget to hit that like button. This is covered under the Fair Use. I'm up under the Copyright Act of 1976. This is going to be used for criticism. Okay, definitely criticism. News reporting. Okay, all right, because we're going to report these lies. Okay. Scholarships. Yes, absolutely. Somebody's going to, yeah. Research purposes, absolutely, and all of the things above. All right, so let's get into it. Let's go, baby.
Cause your girl is back. Yes. Okay, this is a segment we call What They Saying, because I know y'all didn't think I was gonna let y'all do all that talking in the comments and not reply. You got me messed up. So let's see what y'all talking about. Miss Lassiter 2649 said, I'm so glad you finally decided to do this. Please don't mess with your face anymore. First of all, nobody is messing with their face, okay? So cut it out. Simone Williams 2192 said, the show I didn't know I needed. Let's be clear. This is a show, not a podcast. This is going to be big. Cry Season _ said, Nene is definitely going to be single because King Greg set one hell of a bar. And you know he did, girl. Today, joining me is multi-platinum singer, songwriter, author, and a fitness entrepreneur. She is from the ATL, y'all. You know her from the group Escape. Put your hands together. Welcome and clear your throats, honey. It is Latocha. So it is really a pleasure to meet you.
It's good meeting you too.
I
Finally.
had no idea you were this tiny.
You think I'm tiny?
You are tiny, girl.
Where?
Yes.
I still got a little
You're
thickness
very
in us.
little. You are little.
I mean, well, okay.
You're a little bit.
I mean,
How tall are you?
I'm 5'4".
Oh, really?
Don't try it out, those people. I'm 5'4". Okay.
Really?
Yes, that part.
'Cause you every day are 5'1".
That's what we're doing.
You look
No,
but
I'm
you look
5'4".
amazing.
Thank you.
You look
too.
good. Are you proud of yourself for
I
doing
am.
your little weight loss
I
stuff?
mean, she said little weight loss. I love it. No,
'cause that is so hard.
It's been a long time coming. You know, as far as me and being more healthier, you got to keep in mind, I was the bigger girl of Escape. When you and I were talking earlier, you was like, no, when you get smaller, you get, you know.
Can you shrink a little bit?
Yeah, but no, I was a big girl, and I was like, I'm tired of people calling me the big girl.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I could do something about this. And I started to work out and started to eat better. And I
Listen, I can't tell nobody how to feel, but y'all, is it just me? This about to get the people. Is it just me, or do Latasha make it sound like she was on 600-pound life? Now I get it. You gonna have some insecurities if people, I get it. She may have received a lot of that, criticism or whatever, you know. But Latasha do be acting like she was like on my 600-pound life or something like that. But anyway, I didn't see Latasha as that big. I mean, I get it. I get it. She was made fun of. I understand all of that. And it does causes, it causes insecurities, all of that. I get that. But again, the way she described it herself, I feel like she be acting like she was on my 600-pound life. Be grateful, boo. But okay, let's keep going.
Saw that kind of pushing away from the meats, the red meat, the chicken and all that stuff. It helped me, and I started to exercise, not knowing that I was going to be an inspiration for a lot of young women who are like, oh my gosh, you can do that. Yeah, but it's amazing. A lot. It's a lot of work.
Well, I got to tell you, I've never been able to lose weight over the years. It's been really hard for me.
How?
Well, I'll tell you the secret later, but let me tell you, honestly, I've never been able to lose weight over the years. I've done a lot of diets, and I may have lost a little 5 or 6 pounds here, but I could never really find what I needed to do. Now, what I do know is drinking cocktails. They have a lot of empty sugars. I love bread and I love pastas, and all of those things are very fattening. Those are fattening carbs. Yeah. And all those things made me lose weight, but I never had the strength to like just cut them out of my life good and permanently.
Discipline.
Yeah.
You have to have discipline.
It's hard.
It's very, very hard.
But I think that we get more disciplined as we become more and more mature.
Yes.
Because in my younger years, I was kind of like, I don't have the strength to do that.
I mean, that's when you're young, you just, you want to live, you want to enjoy your life and do stuff. But when you're older, you're right. It's maturity. And then all the things that come along with being in the industry. So you don't want to be that.
And that's what a lot of people don't know. When you're in the industry.
I also get it too. Being in the industry does add a lot more pressure for sure. So to be fair, I definitely understand that.
It almost feel like a duty to look a certain way.
Absolutely.
You need to look great. We need to have professional hair and makeup. We need to be a certain size. Yeah. And it's so funny because when you read the comments, people are always talking about you like, why you look like that? Don't do nothing to your face. You're like, if I didn't do anything to my face, you guys would be talking about it, first of all. And I have to stay looking a certain way so that you guys will accept me, because it's really crazy that they don't even accept you if you're looking a certain way.
I think that when we first got started, we didn't have social media. Thank God, because they would have, I'm talking about, just annihilated us. But it was in the beginning, it was like we just wanted to sing, do our own thing. It wasn't about how we looked or nothing like that. Yeah. Although Jermaine was like, I gotta dress y'all. I need y'all to have an image. So yeah. And
how old were you when you started in the industry?
Me, I was 11 when I got started. I made my first. I was 11. I made my very first record at 11 years old. But with the group, 18. I was 18 years old.
Oh, you were 18 when you joined the group. Who's the youngest in the group?
Who's the Candy? Candy.
The youngest in the group? Are you serious?
The youngest in the group.
Wow.
Yeah, she is.
That's surprising. I didn't know that. So
why does that surprise you?
Well, I just thought that all of you guys like went to school together. Like all of you guys went to like 6th grade or 5th grade.
It was high school.
High school. Oh, you guys all met in high school.
Yes.
Why did you go all the way back to 6th grade or 5th grade? She is unintentionally shady. Because why? I'm sorry. Girl, why did you go back to 5th to 6th grade? That is hilarious. When she told you they went to high school together.
Okay.
Met in high school.
Okay. And then you guys just figured out that you all could sing.
Well, she would come to our church. My sister and I would sing, and she would come to the church, and we would all say, okay, let's try to do like a little quartet, or a trio. So we started to sing at church, and people were like, oh my God, you guys sound amazing. And then my sister ended up meeting Tiny in middle school and was like, I want to put her in the group. So she came to audition, and I was like, okay, I like her. She added a flair and all that stuff. And then we just started to sing around Atlanta. And then we did Teen Summit, BET.
I remember Teen Summit.
We did Teen Summit, and we were some nervous wrecks, but I just remember this is what we wanted. I kept saying, this is what I want. This is what I dreamt of. And so Jermaine saw that. And then we ended up singing for him for his birthday, and he signed us. He literally is like, okay, y'all going in the studio without paperwork.
Now, Did you get your start in church?
I did.
You did. You've been singing in church for a really long time.
Yeah, actually, when I say started singing in church, but it started in my home.
Okay.
My dad, a musician, a writer, a singer. My mother, a singer and a writer as well.
That's why the fifth member want them residuals too. That's why she took them residuals from Tamika allegedly. The fifth member. Yeah. Okay, now I know why. The fifth member. Hey, everybody coming in, y'all. Please make sure y'all hit that like button. Listen, we just here for a key, because we know, Latocha, Rantasha. You know we. Okay. I watched the episode of Teen Summit. I do remember that episode. I remember that. Let's keep going, y'all.
So that's all I saw. And my uncles would sing. My dad and his brothers, they would also travel around, and they would call it Scott 3. And everybody in College Park knew who they were. And so I grew up being inspired by watching them and seeing how my dad would just sit in the kitchen and come up with anything and say, hey, Tasha, sing this part. So it became who I was. And then when I got in church and he was like, get the microphone, I was nervous. But when I noticed that when I sang, people were moved. And I was like, I want this for my life. This is what I want. I love it.
Well, listen, I don't even know y'all like that, but I know that group, and I know that you got the biggest voice of them all. Your throat is crazy.
Thank you.
That's your throat?
Thank you. I sing from my heart, so yes.
You can really.
Nene, what? Nene, what? Your throat is crazy. And she said, is that your throat? Yo, Nene is needed back on TV. Okay. Nene is needed back on TV because what? I gotta run that back for a second. Oh my God.
And so Jermaine saw that. And then we ended up singing for him for his birthday, and he signed us. He literally is like, okay, y'all going in the studio without paperwork.
Now, did you get your start in church?
I did.
You did. You've been singing in church for a really long time.
Yeah, actually, when I say started singing in church, but it started in my home. Okay. My dad, a musician, a writer, a singer. My mother, a singer and a writer as well. So that's all I saw. And my uncles would sing. My dad and his brothers, they would also travel around, and they would call it Scott 3. And everybody in College Park knew who they were. And so I grew up being inspired by watching them and seeing how my dad would just sit in the kitchen and come up with anything and say, hey, Tasha, sing this part. So it became who I was. And then when I got in church and he was like, get the microphone, I was nervous. But when I noticed that when I sang, people were moved. And I was like, I want this for my life. This is what I want. I love it.
Well, listen, I don't even know y'all like that, but I know that group, and I know that you got the biggest voice of them all. Your throat is crazy.
Thank you.
That's your throat?
Thank you. I sing from my heart. So
you can really sing, though.
Yo. I'm sorry. That is funny. Oh my God. Oh my God. I did not know I needed that laugh. Oh my God. Nene, your throat is crazy. Is that your throat? like who else throat is this supposed to? Okay. Oh my God. Listen, that gave me life. Your throat is crazy. Is that your throat? Like it is the way she looking. I cannot. Oh my God. Okay, let's keep going.
Look, you guys are great, but you stand out. And I think that they need you. They really do need you. You have the biggest voice of them all. Now, you know what? Crazy enough, back in the day, I used to think you and your sister was twins. Do people
Really?
do people think that?
Sometimes they say, "Oh, I hate to be gonna call." Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
I used to
but
think you guys were twins. I was like, the twins. They go to
because
twins.
we were always
Yes, you guys are very
together.
similar. Are you guys the same height?
Yeah. I think I'm an inch or two.
You know y'all like that, but I know that group, and I know that you got the biggest voice of them all. Your throat is crazy.
Thank you.
That's your throat.
Thank you. I sing from my heart, so yes.
You
Yeah, I
can
was
really
like,
sing.
I had to. Your throat is crazy. Is that your throat? Like what? Yeah, she said it like you can go have surgery on your throat or something. Like you can get a prosthetic throat. Oh my God. Okay. Let's keep going, child. Who we?
All of you guys are great, but you stand out. And I think that they need you. They really do need you. You have the biggest voice of them all. Now, you know what? Crazy enough, back in the day, I used to think you and your sister was twins. Do people
Really?
do people think that?
Sometimes they say, "Oh, I hate to be gonna call." Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
I used to think you guys were twins. I was like, the twins. They go to twins.
because we were always
Yes, you guys are very
together.
similar. Are you guys the same height?
Yeah. I think I'm an inch or two. I think I'm an inch or two taller than her.
Do you have a brother?
I do have a brother. My dad has other children. Yes.
Okay, but
He's
with your
younger.
mom, it's just
No,
the two
it's just the
girls.
two of us. Just the
No
two of us.
boys.
No boys.
Oh my God.
No. So I had to be like, a little masculine and feminine at the same time growing up
Yes,
in College
yes.
Park. But yeah, no brothers.
So when I kind of got to know you guys a little bit, you guys were doing reality TV. You never signed up to do reality TV. You guys were singing and stuff like that. How do you feel doing reality TV? What do you think about reality TV?
Well, sometimes, I know that a lot of things are, still scripted. It's like they're telling you what to say. I got into it because every time it was presented to me, it was about music. It was always about music. When I did R&B Divas, it was about the music. I was like, okay, we can go on tour. And it showed evolution as well for me. Because it's like, okay, I want to keep doing this in the music world. And then when it came across again, I was the one who told Coco from SWV, I said, we need to do a tour. I said, we need to do something together. And I'm like, how can we make every...
This is where ma'am, you were present on the tour. You weren't. Okay. Just saying. And you still acted a fool on this show. We're not gonna forget all of that. Okay. My good girl. Let's keep going.
Everybody in the world say, okay, we need this tour. And I was like, I know what to do. So I challenged her for the versus battle. So I sang one of their songs. I was like, no, you need to sing one of ours. And then it went up. Everybody's like, okay, now we want to see the tour. So yeah, it was always that for me. Anything that I want to sign up is always dealing with music. Because that's my real reality. And when you think about reality shows, you want to be real. And sometimes it's not that at all.
I don't know.
Not for this one, not the last one. No.
So these questions may sound crazy, but are you a mom?
I am.
You are a mom.
Yes.
I didn't know that you were a mom.
Yeah.
All right.
I have a son. He plays basketball.
Okay.
Yes, he plays basketball. Jamon Bivens.
Okay.
That's my son. Yes.
Now, how old is he?
He's 27.
He's 27.
Yes.
My baby boy is 25.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He's 25 and he's...
You have two.
I have two. I
Yeah.
have an older son that's 32, and then I have a 25. Yes. And my 25-year-old is a new dad.
What?
He has
So you're
a
a grandma.
3-month. Yeah, I am. He has a
Whoa.
3-month-old daughter. This is his first child.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, she's so cute. She
I
looks
know
just
she's
like him. I had no idea.
Congratulations to Brent. Because y'all, Brent done been through a lot. Brent done been through a lot. So I shout out to her. Shout out to her. Did Nene not do her research first to see if she, I ain't gonna throw that bit of shade that I was about to throw. Oh, it's probably not much research you have to do, but a lot of people didn't know she had a son until this SWV show. I remember people talking about it on Twitter. So I wouldn't research either. Anyway, let's keep going.
I dare you are a mom. You're just a mom of one son.
One son.
No daughters.
No daughters, but I have goddaughters. Yes.
Do you want more children?
No, I take care of everybody else's kids.
I know that's right.
I
It's
have
a
kids
lot raising kids.
It is, and I
really
travel.
Is
and
a lot.
I love on them, but yeah, no, they can. I love on them, and y'all go, but yeah, go home to your mom.
Okay, so I know you are from Atlanta.
Yes.
Yeah. And we were talking off camera, and you've changed your whole diet routine and all of that, and living in Atlanta. And being from College Park, I used to be in College Park because I went to college here in Atlanta at Morris Brown College, and they had all the chicken wing trailers,
all of them,
lemon pepper, and all of that stuff. So how do you
not chicken wing trailers? Not chicken wing trailers. Oh my God, Nene. This is unintentionally funny. Chicken wing trailers, lemon pepper, really? Oh my God. This is hilarious, bro. Like, I used to go to college in College Park, and they had a whole bunch of chicken wing trailers. Like, what? Oh my God, this is why I love her.
Hot wings in Atlanta.
I mean, I make my own cauliflower.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I do.
The cauliflower
and it's still good, Nene.
What is that?
Lemon.
I think it's a cauliflower wing. That tastes good.
It's good to me. I get it. Really? Yeah, you got to taste my like.
That tastes good. I'm sorry. I gotta go on mute. She is just funny. It is not even intentional, bro. Like, is that even good?
So how do you like not eat the hot wings in Atlanta?
I mean, I make my own cauliflower.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I do.
The cauliflower
and it's still good, Nene.
What is that?
Lemon.
I think it's a cauliflower wing. That tastes good.
It's good to me. I get it.
Really?
Yeah, you got to taste my you make your greens. You got to try my food.
So you totally like do your own food. Do you go to restaurants? If you went to a restaurant like Houston's, because we live in Atlanta, everybody likes Houston. What would you order in there?
Probably the veggie burger, because I've done that before. The veggie burger. I mean, every now and then fries. But I travel. I eat at different places. There's a place in Vegas called Crossroads that's amazing.
Yeah. Is that a vegan restaurant?
Vegan restaurant.
But what if you're on the road and you're on the bus?
Oh, baby, I'm gonna find somewhere. I'm gonna find somewhere to stop.
Would you eat a French fry?
I will.
Oh, you will? Okay.
I will. I'm not that like. No.
Okay, so you eat a French fry. Do you eat ice cream?
Vegan ice cream, yes. They have.
Okay, not vegan.
It's called so vegan or something like that. Yeah.
Would you eat a brownie?
If it's vegan, yes.
Okay. You drink a cocktail?
Yes, ma'am. What we got over here? What we got going on? What we got? Because listen,
we have some tropical rich.
Don't play with it.
Try. Well, you will. Okay. Do you eat bread? You really do eat bread. So what about during Thanksgiving? Do you have a turkey?
I do. It's vegan. It's vegan turkey.
Now, where you get that from?
It comes in a package.
Okay.
It comes in a package. And
so
sometimes
it tastes like meat?
It does. Sometimes I make it out of wheat gluten as well.
It is funny. Now, where you get that from? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Get out.
Well, so you will have to really come into it's a real lifestyle for me and my family. Yeah.
So for Thanksgiving, would you guys have collard greens?
Collard greens, macaroni cheese, green beans. I do dressing the same way, but I put a spin on it. But it's the same thing. I still like soul food, you guys. So I'm never leaving those roots. That's why when I did my cookbook, I was very into making sure that I stay true to my roots. With my grandmother fried green tomatoes. So I still do foods like that, but it's amazing, you guys. You got to try it one day. One day.
Well, why did you decide to do the challenge?
Oh my God. Big fan of Chris Brown.
Okay.
An amazing singer. I knew a lot of the challenges that he faced, but he was able to get out of that.
Girl, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. But I was thinking when Nene said that, I was thinking like when she was on that show. Let me see. What y'all saying? What's up, JB? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on? Y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Can one of the mods put JB's link in the chat, please? I appreciate it. Okay, let me see. Man, Nene ain't serious. No, she ain't serious. She really not serious. I mean, it's Latocha, y'all. I wouldn't be serious either. This will be my free day at work. Where is the And I what money at? Nene is funny, and again, I think it's very unintentional. Like, hey, where you buy that at? Like, I cannot.
And I just championed him in that. And as well as the fact that when I met him, I was like, we need to do something together. And we never got a chance. And I was like, this is the opportunity. And no other woman was doing it. No other female had done the challenge. I was like, I got to do it. Because I love challenges like that. So I was like, I'm going to go and pour my heart out into this. And I did just that. And to be totally honest with you, they say that music reaches the heart. I was able to even reach my sister. I hadn't talked to her in a minute, but that song resonated with her and we were able to have a conversation. So that residuals challenge for me did more than just me singing.
Okay, that's great. I love that. So Candy said in an interview with Vibe magazine that you weren't kicked out of the group. What happened with you not being a part of the escape?
Well, when you send a letter, first of all, I did not know that they were going on tour. I talked about going on tour. This is what I wanted. Okay. They were going on tour. I had nobody to call me. Nobody emailed me. Nobody told me anything. And so when I heard about it, it was actually Coco from SAV and also Taj. It was like, we're thinking about going on tour. I was like, when? They were like, we were leaving in May. How y'all leaving in May? I know nothing about it. Nobody's talking to me. So I sent a letter from my lawyer to say, hey, ladies, if you guys are going on tour, let me know the dates. Tell me what is going on. I have no clue of anything. But I never got that. Never got a phone.
Girl, Latocha, girl. What that? First of all, okay, there's two things you doing. First of all, you lying. That's number one. But the second thing is, girl, you not answering the question. And Nene tried to reel you back in. She ain't talking about that show. She ain't talking about the tour. She talking about the fact that you said in residuals that you were kicked out the group. Do we need to go run it back? You sung it. I was kicked out the group. I mean, you was kicked out the group. That's what you said. Candy did an interview, I believe either the same day or the next day after it was out there. And you, my good girl, said you was kicked out the group. Girl, we knew you was gonna be lying.
Phone call. They never even responded to the lawyer, and they went on tour.
Your group mate,
my group, yes,
the people,
my bandmates, absolutely. So no, so if somebody's calling to say what's going on, and you're not getting any, they're not calling you back. It's like, what's going on? And
who you was calling, Latocha, because they said that you hadn't called them. Who you was calling? And that's not what you did. Your lawyer sent a letter talking about you was trying to get them to stop going on the tour using the name. Girl, you got the girl. That's not what happened. That is not what happened. Why did you tell her lying like that? Now she ain't playing with no words. She just flat out lying. That's not what her attorney sent that letter for. They sent the letter because she said she didn't want them to use the name, and they going on the tour together. Girl, don't make me go try to find that letter. I know it's probably in my archives somewhere, but you lying.
I was not able to go on tour. So they left and went on tour. So is that not, so you tell me what that is if it's not getting kicked out.
Did you ever think that there would be a point in time where you would break away from the group that you grew up with?
Never.
Girl, that don't mean you was kicked out the group. What you chose to do was you chose to eliminate yourself from the group. Let me tell you something. Latocha, you wouldn't be able to play on my top like this at all. Okay? Girl, if you're gonna go, go. Okay? When God says go, 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 go. You did not want to participate in the show because you were covering up for your lying husband. Okay? That's number one. Number two, girl, stop playing. I told y'all she was gonna be over line, didn't it? Didn't I tell y'all that? Child.
30 years, sweat equity, and
These
never.
are like your sisters.
They are sweat equity.
Fine. Would you break away from the group?
That is, if it's not getting kicked out.
Did you ever think that there would be a point in time where you would break away from the group that you grew up with?
Never. 30 years, sweat equity, and
These
never.
are like your sisters.
They are.
Yeah.
And to have them go on and move on without me, I think a lot of the stuff had to do with that show and the agenda that was placed on me. And I often ask people, I'm like, okay, there were 7 girls on that show. Why was I the one that was scrutinized and targeted in that way?
I think you were because of your husband.
Oh,
that's what we'll get to that. Okay, you said on the Big Tigger show that after.
Girl, I cannot with Tasha look with this girl. She just be sitting up lying. Girl, you just lying. You telling a lie. You telling a lie. A whole lot of lies at that. Hey, friend. What's up, Jeremy? What's up, friend? What's up? This is crazy. I do not know why Nene is reading cards, but it's actually hilarious because you know she ain't writing these questions. It's her reading them. It's funny to me. I cannot with Latocha. Let's keep going, child.
After Tamika's interview on the Ricky Smiley show, that you would pick up the phone and you would call her. Why do you think it took this moment to reach out to her?
It didn't take that moment. I reached out to my sister several times, but she just didn't answer. And so at that moment,
girl, you cussed her out. You cussed her out. She said you text her and cussed her out. And then your 5th member mama went around there and y'all was at an event together. Okay. Y'all was at an event together. Well, y'all wasn't together. Y'all saw Tamika walk in the room and y'all walked out. Girl, you cussed her out via text message. She told us. You just getting up here lying, just doing a whole bunch of damn lying. I cannot.
Moment when she went on to say, "Hey, pick up the phone, pull up on me." I'm like, perfect.
Yeah, this is great.
This is
you guys live close to each other?
No.
You know, okay.
She moved an hour and 45 minutes away from me. But no, it wasn't. That opportunity was there because she said, and she put it up on her social media
that she wanted to.
And when I reached out to her after that, nobody said nothing.
Yeah, but do you believe that people need time?
I do believe that.
People need time to heal. You know, no matter what is happening, sometimes you can say something to somebody and you may have gotten over it really quickly, but I may still be holding on.
And that's fine, but we're family at the end of the day.
You are.
At the end of the day. And
Girl, it just baffles me that you can sit up here with this big forehead you got and not take any sort of accountability. Now it's Tamika. Girl, I cannot. This girl don't take no accountability for nothing. And she wonder why folk don't like her. She wonder why folk drag her all the time. This is the reason why. You just sit up here and told a book of lies already. And you won't even hear in the first 5-6 minutes of the show. Girl.
Makes me what infuriates me is when people weigh in on situations and when they can actually help the situation, but they don't. Instead, they'll provide a platform for somebody to come on and scrutinize it and never try to make amends. And that's where I am. And you're right. People do take time to do, but that's my sister. And when people come in and say, oh, well, you don't need to talk to her. Don't worry. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
If anything, you know, show love.
And try to encourage us.
That's it. To men.
Who told you don't need to talk to your sister? Who told you that? Who told you that? Who said that, Latocha? Who told you that you don't need to talk to your sister? Sound like something your mammy would have said. The fifth member. Because who would have told you that? You don't need to talk. Who would have said that? And they've been going back and forth ever since that show aired. Like, girl, right. They mama. Exactly. Your mammy. Girl, Latocha.
That's what I'm about mending.
Yeah, and I believe in that. But I do know that I'm a kind of person that need time to. I don't need all the time in the world, but I do need time to process.
That's fine.
So
and there's nothing wrong with that. That's
I may
part
not
of healing.
move on as quickly.
Yeah.
But I do move on. And I do know people that hold on to things for years and years and years. We talk about me, you know, working on Housewives, and I say all the time sitting here that I don't have any grudges with any of the girls on Housewives that I've ever worked with before. Now, that doesn't mean they don't still have a grudge with me. But true. I'm not having a grudge with any of them. You understand? If they walked in here and they wanted to speak and say hello, or we saw each other, I'm always down to say hello. I'm never in that place. I'm just not there.
Is it because that when you're going through what you're going through, you communicate with that person and you let it go, or do you hold on to things and you just let it ride? Because that's major to me.
I don't know. I just know that over a period of time, like, how can you hold on to so much?
Yeah,
you can't keep holding on to that's not good for you.
It's not.
And it's not good for your health. And you know, for me,
mental.
I've been through so many things. You don't understand. Like, I've been through a lot.
Yes.
So for me, I just need to move on. Like, I've lost people in my life. So I don't want to just keep holding on to stuff. We could be hugging on each other and loving on each other today, opposed to me just having all this animosity with you. I don't want to have this animosity.
No, that's true. I just think
I want to move on.
Yeah, I think that people have emotional baggage and they just don't want to. They don't know how sometimes. And I think I'm with you. When you lose certain things and things don't come back, your outlook of life is totally different. And then there's a maturity that comes along with it as well. I'm not sure what you've gone through, but you do. And those things make you grow up. Just like when you say that I wasn't kicked out. I think too, for me, God was making me uncomfortable in a situation to bring me closer to him. It wasn't about, I don't even think it was really about the group itself. There are certain things in your life when you know that there's an assignment. And I never knew.
Okay, girl, well, why your lying tell didn't say that instead of saying that you was kicked out the group? You just be lying. You sung that song with 2,000 rolls and runs in it, and you said that you was kicked out that group. Then Candy said you won't kicked out that group, which we knew the truth. We knew you won't kicked out the group. But girl, now all of a sudden, here you finna go. You probably finna. I hope Nene asked you questions about this gospel album. See, that's why I want somebody to do an interview with you and ask you about the low sales for the gospel album you did, and then you ran the people early into Christmas, and that album didn't sell with them either. So you know, she's exhausting.
Knew what it was. I just want to say, but there are so many things that I had to go through to be an inspiration for somebody else, whatever it was, to stand in the forefront to say, no, y'all think y'all can't get through it. Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Because I did. You want to be, you think you can't lose weight? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. If you've lost a loved one, the grief, that's a lot. And like what you said, something it takes a time to heal. And I give people that time. But I'm still here.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful to the people that were here for me.
Ma'am, you're not healed, and really should nobody be approaching you until you healed. Okay, because you're not healed, ma'am. Clearly. Girl.
It's a lot. Yeah. It's a lot. Okay. Okay. Is there a path forward for you and your group mates, your girls? Those are your girls. Those are your sisters.
I always say
like,
sisters.
I don't even want to say group mates. Like, you guys have been together since you were kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you guys are now women, you have
Yeah.
husbands and children and
Yeah.
all of those things. Like,
Yeah.
do you think you guys will ever move forward?
I think moving forward is talking,
Yeah.
healing,
Yeah.
being honest with one another, loving each other through it, forgiving, and moving forward. So do I think? Yes, I really do. I do. At the end of the day, though, I think everybody deserves to be happy.
Yeah.
And whatever lane that they want to go in. I just hate that it has come down to this, because I would never be, I won't do demolition on a group that I started, that I've named. You know, when you say escape, I was like, we are an escape.
You are.
But now I've had to escape all of the things that I've gone through just being in the group. But will we ever?
Nene, she just answered that lie again. She just answered that lie again. You escaped from the group, not the group put you out. So you pissing me off. You pissing me off with these words you using. Okay. You pissing me off, Latocha. Okay. You escaped from the group, not the group escaped from you. Well, they probably did after your bull crap with your husband, you and your husband. Yeah. my.
Love on them now. I don't, if you notice, you say you don't really know me, but have you ever heard me go, oh, this, you don't even hear anything. I just pray about it. Girl, I mean, and I need to keep singing. I need to keep singing. That's my therapy.
Yes. Also in your song, you made mention of some internet rumors of your husband saying, even in marriage, ain't nobody perfect.
Ain't nobody perfect.
But we've been split for 2 years and my heart is hurting. 30 years just wasted away.
Well, the 30 years we have, but the 30 years is not just that, it's the group.
It's a good group. Yeah.
So when I sing, I'm a storyteller. I'm an illustrator. That's what I grew up to.
Girl, you're a liar.
When I sing from my
heart.
You're
a liar when you sing. You are a liar when you sing. Quit it. Hold on, y'all. I can't help it. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I'm gonna have to cut this out in a minute, but hold on. Hold on. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Please make sure y'all hit that like button. There's 155 people in here. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, please. Give me 1 second.
Took some time away, I had to sit and face it. Who can I run to? Feels like nobody lately. Reading through them comments, they say you're having a baby. I don't know who's lying. Maybe I was blind. And of course I miss my sister. This a crazy feeling. But y'all know family shit be needing time for healing. Even in a marriage, ain't nobody perfect. But we've been split 2 years and my heart is hurting. Gotta build me up. 30 years just washed away. It took some time, took some years for me to escape this pain. Had to move. Losing everything was rough. Talking family, marriage, my blood. Had to move. Had to get.
Interestingly enough, these captions don't know what you singing. I'm just saying.
Give up on love. I gave up on love. Losing my sister was insane. Kicked out of my group and it's insane. Everybody in the media was tearing me down, down, down. I'm only human. Sis, you've got my word. We gon' have some words about the residual. The truth about it. The truth about it. About the residuals. The truth about the residuals.
Okay. Let's get back into the interview. I just wanted us to hear that for our notations, honey, so that we know.
I'm ministering. So I feel like my music is ministering to a lot of people. So I was ministering to myself, but telling my truth and saying some things that happened like I'm 2 years removed from a group.
Yeah.
They really just said bye.
That's
so I have not been able to sing and write. And so this was my time to really just free myself. So it wasn't like it.
Ma'am, are you serious? You signed a whole deal with a record company and you sit up here saying you was 2 years removed from the group and you wasn't singing, you wasn't doing. I mean, you know what?
This just happened. You know what I mean? When y'all people like, oh, this was 2 years. So I'm just able to sing about that. And it's been freeing, to be honest. It's freed me from a lot of things. I have not been able to be vocal.
You should never stop being vocal. Why do you think
because when you remove from what you love, and I created that's a baby for me. That's my child. 30 years. Yeah. That was a marriage.
Yeah, it is.
So when you're removed from that, it's very hard. Sometimes you think, okay, should I be singing? Because I was gonna stop. I was like, oh, this is not for me anymore. I have nothing to sing about.
You know, the part that I would say would bother me the most is my sister.
Oh man.
Like that would be the most, I mean, all of them are my sister, but my blood sister,
yes,
that is the part to me, like, have my bag.
Man, can you imagine?
Ride with me.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
So that's all.
Nene, hold on. This is how I know Nene probably really don't know. My God, today. Nene, if your sister's allegedly steal 30K from you, we know good and well you wouldn't talk to your sister. And then be mad at Phaedra going over there and filming with him. Now, I love you, Nene. I love you down. But come on now. This woman has done a lot of stuff. So no, I ain't got your back. I ain't got your back. Especially when your husband threatened to put out an X tape about me and all kind of other stuff. No, ma'am. Nene definitely out of the space of what this woman has done to her sister. Like, seriously.
You can ride with me when I'm wrong. You know what I mean? I'm wrong, but still just work. If I'm wrong.
But the thing
even if you feel that, just work with me.
Yeah, the thing is, I feel like, you know, my sister and I were, people like, y'all are joined at the hip. I remember when we were about to do Understanding, the song was getting ready to come out, and she had gotten pregnant. And I'll never forget, they were like, okay, we're going to kick her out. That bothered me.
Yes.
I said, and even though I knew I was like, Tamika, we need to use, everybody was like, we use birth control. This is our first time. The world doesn't even know escape yet.
Yeah.
So you're going to forfeit all of this, you know, and I fell away, but I couldn't give up on my sister. You know what I told them? She goes, I go. Yeah. That could have been my whole career. I wouldn't have been sitting here. You wouldn't have been asking me about escape.
Right.
Because it's not the same thing. You have done a lot to your sister. Like, you talking about one, like, okay, back then, y'all were young. Y'all hadn't even got started, so you just said, right? So, girl, the things that you have done along the road, there's a reason why your sister didn't have your back, okay? Because you was doing crazy stuff. How many times have your sister said she normally would ride with you? She normally had your back. It was up until people started noticing what you was doing, and then it was a problem. What your husband started doing, and it was a problem. Girl, stop it. Stop it. Yeah, Tamika always had Tasha back. She had to quit this, bro. Like, you're gonna go on here and lie? Girl.
Because that's the love and the loyalty that I had. Right. So does it hurt to know that yes,
yeah, I get it.
Deep.
It's deep.
Very deep.
Okay.
Very deep.
There were some internet rumors about your husband having a baby outside of your marriage. Are you and your husband currently separated? Did he have a baby outside of your marriage?
There's no baby. No baby. And that's the thing. When people find out the truth, all the salaciousness, nobody's gonna say, oh, it was a lie. Where is the agenda that you put out about? So you're trying to destroy me. You're not thinking about myself. You're not thinking about our son. You're not thinking about the relationship that my family.
Mm-hmm. How long you and your husband were married?
30 years.
So your son is his child.
Yes.
Oh,
Girl, Unique A is the one who came out here and said that, but the streets is talking. The streets of Atlanta is talking. And I'm going to tell you, just like she said down here and did this interview, y'all remember when she was on that tour bus and she was on there crying about Candy and making fun of the way Candy singing all that stuff. And then the next day she did a live crying. That's going to be you again. I'm telling you right now. I don't think the people is making this stuff up. You child, this is honey child. Unique A is the first one who started that. Girl, Latocha, girl.
wow.
Yes.
See, I don't know those.
Yes,
things.
I've been 30 years. You mean to tell me that with all these things, and even with that, even if that were the case, this is my problem that I have. Where is my sister?
Yeah, where's your sister? Where's my blood sister?
When I need somebody to,
just have my back. That's crazy. I will
that's
say
very hurtful.
Now I'm going to tell you that I feel like your blood sister should rock with you. I feel like they should rock with you whether you right or wrong. Like you, my sister, like you know what I'm saying? It's kind of one of those things where I know you wrong. I'm gonna wait till we get in the car and I'm gonna tell you
that's
you
what
wrong.
we talk.
But I'm not gonna tell you in front of them. Or I'm gonna wait till we get home and we're gonna talk about this. Or I know you're wrong, but I'm still gonna rock with you and I'm gonna tell these girls this is
Nene, you definitely did not do no research on Latocha. You did it because this girl over here, okay. If I was to make, I wouldn't have your back. I don't care if we blood siblings. When you do certain stuff like this to me, then it's a problem. Your husband allegedly stole from them folks in more than one way. How is she supposed to have your back in any of that? And again, what we won't do is act like Tamika hasn't always had Tasha's back. Symmetry. She said, according to her, she said that she had Tamika back when they wanted to kick her out of the group for getting pregnant. That's what she said. She just said that, and and she talking about, yeah, you just supposed to have my back, like have my back, girl. I mean, like, come on. I cannot with Natasha, y'all. I cannot.
my sister. Like we've been together. How can you expect me to do this to my sister?
Absolutely.
Like this is.
But I think
sister.
when sometimes you get into the forefront and you get on television and the lights come on and you get this is my time to shine. Not in that way.
No.
And I get the reality shows and we got to say this, but it's some things that are off limits, especially for me. And I wasn't even on a reality show when that happened with her. It wasn't no reality show. It wasn't no extra money nowhere. It was just me about to lose my career. Mm-hmm. But everybody they don't covet you that way. But I covet my family, my love, everything that way. My friendships. Mm-hmm. I've had somebody say, well, you know everybody's business. Why don't you just go ahead and destroy everybody? That's not me.
How old were you when you got with your husband?
Girl, how is she gonna destroy everybody? Everybody's gonna destroy her right back. What you talking about? What is you talking about? So if she would have got up here thinking that she was destroying somebody, you don't think that them people could destroy her back? Like what? That is crazy, man.
Oh my God. How old was I?
Like 20?
21.
Well, you were very early on being with him. And that's crazy too.
Yeah, I mean, you go through the highs and lows in your relationship, but it's about standing, getting through it, learning each other, understanding the person, dealing with the personalities. And when you know who you know, first of all, I know who I know. And it's not no carnal, it's a spiritual. I know who I know. And God has been able to help. Would I divorce if I felt like it was something to divorce about? Yeah.
But you guys are separated.
We're together.
Oh, yeah, together.
We're together. We're working through it. It's a union.
Okay,
I don't want
it. You said
I sang separated was 2 years. Like I said, it's 2 years ago. And I'm speaking my heart.
Yeah.
We were. It was a lot.
So you mean to tell me when you was out here doing your gospel promotion, you and him was separated? Latocha, you cannot get your lies together, girl. You just girl, stop. So you mean to tell me y'all was separated when Unique A was out here doing all that stuff? Y'all claimed y'all was together. Remember, Rocky said all this stuff to Tasha K because Tasha K put that interview out with Unique A. Girl, I want to know what Unique A got to say after this because, and y'all, I really know that. I think that girl name is Unique or something like that. I'm unique, something like that. I think I got Unique A from Germany. But listen, what? And I saw Miss Ada. I saw what you put in the chat. That happened yesterday. But yeah, it'll be something that we'll talk about later. What? Cause what? She said she tells stories. Yeah, she tells stories. All right, a bunch of lies. Tamika was telling the truth about Latocha and Rocky still being together. Absolutely, she did. Absolutely say that they were still together. Hey, Mia. No accountability, none at all. None at all. Child.
But I'm working on me. I'm working on my marriage. This is not, my union is not for the world to work out. I don't go to seek the counsel from the world.
That's true.
I seek it from the right person, from real counsel.
Yeah.
Not the critics.
What real counsel? Have you been? Now he is a wonderful counselor. Yes, he is. Okay. He is. He's a wonderful counselor in a time of need, in a time of struggle. He's a wonderful counselor. But have you actually gone to sit down on somebody's sofa? Because that's what you need. Okay. Before you take it to the Lord, take it to an actual therapist. Okay. That's what I need you to do. And you ain't doing it.
Because they're not going to make me happy. No, he's from Chicago.
He's from Chicago.
He's from Chicago.
Okay. So he does music.
He's a manager. He does a lot of things, managing sports and media. Yeah.
Yeah. He manages all them lives. He manages all them lives, whether he manage them well. He managed lives and he managed a whole bunch of women's. See, did you forget that? Was that about 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, when because she said it had been 2 years back then. So when Funky Dineva caught Rocky and the other woman in the airport or in the Las Vegas hotel, you remember that? Girl.
Oh, from your group?
He did not steal from the group.
He did not.
No, he did not steal from the group at all.
Well, that's crazy, girl. I can't understand this. Okay, your first album, The Invitation.
Wait. That's crazy, girl. It is crazy. I think Nene know Latocha line, y'all. I really do. I think she know Latocha line. Because, girl, no. My thing is, and then you just, the way you answer the question, tell me, girl, you know, you lying. You lying.
Conversation with God.
Oh, baby.
Your song debuted at number 27 on the Billboard Adult Airplay chart.
Yes.
That song, what was it all about?
The album itself was something that my grandmother wanted me to do a long time ago, go back to the gospel. And when things were going bad for me, like I said before, I was brought back to God. He silenced the noise and brought me back to him closer. So I was able to talk to him.
Girl, I know every time you bring up the Lord, he wonder what he got to do with it. And Lord, I know you up there like, what I got to do with it? What they got to do with me? Ma'am, ask her why she only sold 623 copies. Because, girl, you're literally saying that you separated yourself from the group to go gospel. and it didn't work for you. I told you the gospel girls they're not going to accept you. I've been and told y'all that, and I've been and told y'all the reason why the gospel girls will not accept anybody like Latocha. And it's not because she used to sing no R&B. Anyway, let's keep going.
Him and the words that in the conversation that I had, I literally wrote everything down, and I went in the studio, and that's what I do. Mm-hmm. I use that as my therapy. So that album alone, all the things that were even insane, mm-hmm. I would go and write. Mm-hmm. I said, this is what I'm going with the Lord. I'm afraid. Can you turn this around? Mm-hmm. You know, I want to be free from all this drama. So everything in that album was a reflection of the things that I had gone through. Because honestly speaking, there was no plausible reason for the things that happened to me. Mm-hmm. One person. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, he gave me the voice. He gave me this to use. Mm-hmm. And I've always felt like if I sing, I'm gonna make the girls mad. Or if I try to do a solo project, everybody did it.
You're gonna make them mad because you sang, girl. You know they're gonna be mad. That big throat come out.
Oh, that's how I be looking.
The big throat. Is that your throat, girl? Nene, I cannot. I cannot. Somebody get Lanithia. Oh my God.
I mean, I do be making the crazy faces when I sing, but you know, you can't sing pretty. You gotta be ugly. I keep my feet up and everything. Yes,
I'll be like, hold on now. You can really sing though.
I appreciate
So what's the relationship with you and your mom?
My mother and I are close.
Oh, you guys are good.
Yeah, my mother and I are very good.
Okay, so
she's the matriarch of the family. She keeps us together spiritually. When we're out of line, she keeps all of us, everybody.
Latocha, I don't mean to talk about nobody mama like this. I don't mean to talk about nobody mama like this. But your mama can keep me spiritually in line if she was the last person on this earth to get me spiritually in line, I wouldn't go to the fifth member. I wouldn't. Exactly. The mama is the problem. She wouldn't be the one to lead me to Christ. Like, what? She's the matriarch. You know, she's the one to keep everybody spiritually in line. She's not even spiritually in line. Again, I don't mean talk about nobody mama like that, but girl, don't play in our face like that. Please don't. Please don't.
Do you think that your mom can help mend your relationship with your sister?
She's trying.
Yeah.
You know, when
No. Trying? The mama the problem. Okay? There's nothing to try. She the problem. You and please understand, I'm not saying off the lady, like, you know, I'm saying she out of the equation. I'm sure that they can get to some type of common ground. She is the big problem in their relationship. Now, I think when they bought up all the wigs, they trying to get all the wigs before the tariffs take the wigs up. Ooh.
My sister stopped talking to me. She stopped talking to family members because they were like, "No, that's wrong." Mm-hmm. They were telling her like that. Why would you do this?
Yeah.
And when my mother said to her, "Tamika, no, why?"
Yeah.
It made her back off. And like you said, she probably needs her time to heal. And
Girl, the fact that you're not innocent. You're not innocent, though, like, at all. And your mammy not either. What the? Like, what? This girl ain't owning up to nothing that she done. Nothing. but she was kicked out the group. But she left the group because she needed a spiritual awakening. Girl, you really like Latocha. There's just some things that you will never be able to escape. And the fact that you be sitting up lying is the number one thing you will never be able to escape. Your mammy not trying to help this relationship whatsoever. This is insane. This is insane.
I'm giving her that.
She does.
Because the family, nobody wins.
Mm-hmm. So during this time of separation, that means that you don't have a relationship with your
nieces.
Yeah.
We text. We text. I let them know I love them. I just told my niece happy birthday. She's like, I love you. Thank you. So I keep that open. That has nothing to do with the love that I have for my family. Nothing. That never changes.
You guys are the only two girls. There's not a third girl.
Well, my dad, like I said, my dad has, but just my mother and my, no, it's just the two of us.
Just the two of us.
That's all we know. That's all I know.
Yeah, you guys need each other.
For sure.
For sure you need each other.
Yeah.
I understand, and we talked about this earlier, that you are a vegan. What made you make the decision to choose that lifestyle?
Didn't want to be the big girl no more.
That's it.
Listen, the scrutiny.
Did you have any health issues?
None.
I
mean, everybody's like, you always hide behind the other girls. I'm like, no, they're putting me.
Yeah.
They told me to get, you stand in the back.
Can you dance?
I can.
You can? Okay.
I can. Yeah. You've never seen us perform. I feel the way.
Now, I know Candy can't dance, but okay now. Are there meats
Oh my God!
We talked about
oh
later.
My
You
God.
just give
Why didn't he just? Why can't he just catch a straight? I mean, but Candy do tell you she ain't no dancer. She do tell you that, but dang, not Candy to call her straight. Now, Candy, don't be mad at that because again, you the one said it. You the one you said it. Candy said it. She said it. She did just catch it straight on. But Candy said it. Candy said she can't dance.
Over there, you can't say stuff like that and then just keep going. Now that's just, is that what you feel like?
Candy can't dance. That's the one I seen. I was like,
oh,
okay, she missed that too.
Okay, well,
we're going. So being plant-based, I know that being plant-based has changed your life in some ways. Like what ways?
I mean, I feel like
I'm eating different.
I'm eating different. I'm thinking different. I'm thinking different. I'm able to run
lighter.
I do. You just asked me if I could dance. You did not come to the show, girl. I was up there like, what's up? Hey,
I know Candy was like,
hey.
Oh,
like I said, I'm a vegan.
Nene, why you keep throwing these shots at Candy? Oh my God. Mel, why?
You've never seen us perform. I feel the way.
Now I know Candy can't dance, but okay now. Are there meats that you miss? We talked about that.
Nene, you can't just skip over that. You can't say stuff like that and then just keep going. Now that's just, is that what you feel like?
Candy can't dance. That's the one I seen. I was like,
oh,
okay, she missed that too.
Okay, well,
we're going. So being plant-based, I know that being plant-based has changed your life in some ways. Like what ways?
I mean, I feel like
I'm eating different.
I'm eating different. I'm thinking different. I'm thinking different. I'm able to run
lighter.
I do. You just asked me if I could dance. You did not come to the show, girl. I was up there like, what's up? Hey,
I know Candy was like.
Hey. I mean, that's what like I said, I'm a vegan. I'm a plant-based person.
Start being plant-based, honey.
Well, it takes a lot more than plant-based. It takes a lot more than plant-based, baby. It takes a lot more.
Okay, no shade. Just
no, it's true.
Okay. You started the Made Girl Foundation for young women to teach them about the arts and creativity.
Say no shade.
Why was this so important to you to do that?
For empowerment. From women. I didn't have that growing up in the industry. There was nobody there that I could say, hey, how do you do this? what happens? I didn't have it. So I feel like, you know, when you are given a gift and you're able to inspire people in whatever way it is, whether it's eating, cooking, singing, that's what it is. And so I want women to feel comfortable in their skin. So I created Made Girl to let them know that you're beautiful, you know, and even my clothing line, all of that is reflective of being beautiful inside and out. Because so long I didn't feel like that. But now I'm on a whole nother side of maturity, is, you know what I mean? So it's just about empowerment. And then what I did was I created a label as well of Made Girl, and I signed myself to myself. So if you're not inspired at anything that I do, some part of my life, you're gonna say, okay.
You signed yourself to yourself. You signed yourself to yourself. So now everybody gotta go through Latocha to get to Latocha. Okay. All right.
Okay, baby. You signed yourself to yourself. You got your own label, you got your own clothing. So that to me, you can do it too. It's impactful. And that's what life is supposed to be. It's not supposed to be us sitting here talking about one another all the time.
Yeah. Well, we all know that you can sing. Have you ever taken vocal lessons?
I just started.
Oh, you did?
I just started taking vocal
lessons. Now, why would you? Just explain to us, because I don't know. I mean, if you can sing, why would a person take vocal lessons? Just to get stronger?
Breathing. Yes, breathing. Something different. Something I never tried in the past. And then too, I'm going to work myself on going on tour, sing more in the studio. And you need that. You need to be able to breathe from your diaphragm. I take my craft really, really serious. Yeah. And this is just another level.
You know, just watching TV, I see people like on a treadmill and like running
all of that
kind of stuff.
All of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mama Jan is not playing with me. Okay.
Would you have to do Broadway?
Depending upon what comes my way. If it's something that intrigues me, I probably would. How is that anyway? Because you did it before.
I loved it.
You have to have discipline for that too.
Yes, because of that schedule. But it is one of the best things I've ever done.
Really?
I loved it. It was.
What did you love about it?
I just love the creativity, the curtains opening, and you can't stop there.
That's right.
When those curtains open, it's like it's go time. If you drop a line, you're gonna pick up something else. Yeah. You got to keep going.
Keeps you on your toes.
It's so great. Yes. And what I also loved is that the whole behind the scene production is very professional.
Okay.
They're very professional. There's no drama. Everybody is here because they love it.
There's no drama.
Want to be here. I didn't experience it.
Really? That's a good thing. And that's what I
was on for 2 years and I experienced none. I was on Cinderella, went straight from Cinderella to Chicago. Wow. I didn't experience any of that. And I was speaking earlier that Dancing with the Stars as well was one of the great shows to be on. They're very professional. It's just a great show and a great experience.
Okay, now you got me thinking.
And it will be good. You should. If the opportunity ever comes, you should try it because it's actually great. Do you know what you think it would take for you to reunite with Escape?
Well, they will have to be willing to want me.
Yeah, want you. I get
simple as that. They would have to say, "Oh, we'll talk to her now."
So you know what I hate? So you be a part of a group,
everything on them is absolutely insane to me. Like, putting everything on everybody else is insane. And it's like, can't nobody clock that's talking to her or that's having a conversation with her. Everything is about everybody else and not Latocha. The only thing I've heard her say is, I have to escape away from the group so I can go over here and do gospel. I had to go over here where God was. Girl.
Any day they could just be like, bye. Like, I don't like that. Like, we in this together?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah. Neither do I. I don't think anyone that has done 30 years with a group or a relationship or anyone else would just want to throw that all away. So I know for a fact that there is another agenda that, is so evident, is prevalent to this day. Like, I know that that's what it is. And it's not, what reason? Now.
So you know what I hate? So you be a part of a group, right? And then any day they could just be like, bye. Like, I don't like that. Like, we in this together?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah. Neither do I. I don't think anyone that has done 30 years with a group or a relationship or anyone else would just want to throw that all away. So I know for a fact that there is another agenda that, is so evident, is prevalent to this day.
Girl, what's the agenda? What's the agenda other than the fact that you sitting up in line? What's the agenda other than the fact that you not telling the truth? What's the agenda? What's the agenda, mama?
Like I know that that's what it is, and it's not. What reason outside of the mess on? I mean, really, what reason? When you think about escape, you think about the songs to people's lives.
Yeah.
You forfeit that because you don't want me.
I gotta tell you this, and I told you this, I think behind the scenes, that every time I see Tiny, she's extremely nice to me. Every time. And we have a good chat. I like her. I remember when I announced on social media that my husband had cancer, and we were just looking for answers because cancer was new to us.
Yes.
And she was one of the first people to hop into my DMs. She hopped into my DMs and talked to me about holistic. She gave me a guy to go to that somebody in her family, I mean her father or someone, I can't remember, had used a holistic person.
Yes.
And Greg at that time, he was not open to the idea of chemotherapy. He wanted to do something holistic. And she gave us all these different places to call and contact. And we were just happy that we had people just reaching out. We had an overwhelming response.
So good.
But she is one person that every time I see her, she's always kind to me. But Tiny is never, ever, I don't care where she see me, is, what's up, girl? What's up? How you doing? And we would talk and stuff like that. So you don't think that you can go to her? Is she the owner of Escape? She owns the I don't know. The name.
No, I own the name.
No, girl, let me turn my chair back around. Wait 1 second.
I own the name.
Nene is messy. Nene is messy. Nene is messy. Nene is messy. Girl, let me turn my chair back around. Saying is Tamika the owner is hilarious to me. Saying Tamika that is hilarious. That is hilarious. Tamika, Tiny, my bad, Tiny.
Name.
Did the chair turn?
You did.
On the name of Escape?
I do.
Now, how they gonna be outside using it?
That's why everybody's like, what are you doing? Why?
How can they? I mean, but wait a minute now. This is a trademark name.
Yes, ma'am.
And
you can go look it up yourself. Yes.
How they get to do that?
They're not supposed to.
So if you really wanted to.
Girl, you now see you over here lying to Nene. You over here lying to Nene. No, she over here lying to Nene. Tamika and Latocha own the name of Escape. She sent a letter to Mona and their attorneys to get them to not use she really didn't want them to go on tour using the name. Okay. So here she is lying, saying that she is the sole owner of the actual name. You are stupid, lady. And if you really could do something, then your first original letter would have done something, right? But see, you done told Nene 2 lies, because you said originally that your attorney sent a letter saying, oh, well, we need the dates. I would love to travel with y'all. No, your attorney sent the letter to Mona. Absolutely. They sent she was trying to send a cease and desist. She did send a letter, but she was trying to send a cease and desist, and it did not work in your favor because partial owner is Tamika, and Tamika is still in the group, and Tamika is very much active, and they can very much still use the name. Girl, you tried it. You'd be lying.
If I really wanted to.
You could really sue them or something.
If I really wanted to.
Because I've always thought that Tiny owned the name for some reason.
Not. No.
But if you really wanted to go a step further, you could.
I mean, I put my sister's name on it, so both of us at this point own it. Yes. If
Girl, why you didn't say that in the beginning? What? Oh, Ooh, girl, you lie too much. You should have said that from the beginning. But then the way you done painted Tamika, like Tamika don't got your back because of all these things Tamika has allegedly done out here. But Tamika don't got your back. So even if you saying Tamika only Deanie's thing is like, oh, okay, your sister didn't have your back. Girl, these narratives that she be on here, girl, I cannot.
Tiny. No, she would have. If you would have asked her, no, I don't own that, baby. That's them sisters over there. You know what I'm saying? That's them too. It ain't me. It ain't me. It's
Yeah,
them
that's
two. You know what I'm saying? That's them too. I love them, but that's them two sisters. Yes, that's Tiny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on, Tiny. Okay, Latasha, before I let you get out of here,
Yes.
I want to play a little game with you.
Oh, Lord.
And the game is going to be called Sip or Spill.
Oh,
Okay, so if you don't want to pick, I want you to sip some of this tropical rich. Okay,
And it's
if
real
not, I
tropical.
want you to go ahead and spill the tea.
okay.
So you're going to choose which group you would sip or spill on. Sip or spill, Latasha, the Supremes or the Pointer Sisters?
Oh my God, both of them are great groups. The reason I'm a spill because that's what they were saying that I was dying and it was the Supreme. So yeah.
Okay, so which one are
Spill.
you picking?
The Supremes.
The Supremes. Okay, In Vogue versus Escape. Who would you
Don't listen. Don't do it. Don't you dare. Although that was the first song we sang to get our deal. Escape.
Okay.
Escape. Don't.
Oh my gosh, I kind of love In Vogue also.
I love them. I love the girls,
Yeah.
but I gotta pick. I mean,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
you
saying?
do.
I
Okay,
have
so
to.
Total versus Black.
Ooh, I gotta take Total.
Ooh,
Total.
Total.
They're my girls.
Okay, 702.
Can't you see?
Y'all. Rocky in the background. Rocky in the background. That's who she keep looking at.
What
Do
you
it me.
do? Hey. Okay. Let me get myself together.
Okay.
Next.
702 versus 3LW.
Ooh, 702.
Okay, 702.
I ain't took a drink yet. Hold on.
Okay, TLC versus SWV.
Oh, don't do this. Don't
I like both of
do
them.
this.
Who do you like?
Don't do this.
You don't like them? Okay, go ahead.
I like both of them. I don't.
Okay.
Why would you do this, Nene? Everybody got hits, and that's my girl. I get it, man.
You do love those SWV girls, and you like TLC too.
I love
don't you?
them.
Okay, go ahead and sip. You ain't got to choose between them. Okay, so here's a good one right here, Latasha. Listen, Destiny Child versus Total.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Destiny, you just said Total. You're gonna put them against
Well,
us? Okay, so Destiny's Child versus Total. I mean, since I gave Destiny's Child.
Destiny Child.
Yes.
Okay, I love that.
Destiny's Child.
Okay, so what about Jagged Edge
Come on, somebody.
versus 112?
Oh Lord, I gotta take. That's my group mates, my label mates. I gotta take Jagged Edge.
Okay, I
I
love
have to.
Jagged Edge.
I know you do. You smiling on. It's like
I love them. They're from Atlanta.
Yes, they
I
are.
love
That's
them,
my
the
guys.
twins and everything.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
So we go.
We
Let's
used to have a
go.
crush on those guys. That's so good.
Oh, you did? Who had a crush?
Well, I didn't. My friends did. You know,
Oh, your friends did.
I was in a relationship. I've been in a relationship.
Oh,
for
I don't mean
a
you can't have a crush.
Yeah, but I
That does not mean you can't have a
the kind of
crush.
guys I would have a crush on. I just like the music.
Okay.
I'm like you. I've been in a relationship for years,
Yeah.
many years.
But doesn't
with
mean
my
you can't have a
husband,
crush.
25 years. So.
Okay, but you've
Yeah.
had a crush before.
Yeah,
'Cause I've had a crush.
now,
I've had a
couple
crush.
of motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But
There's
yeah.
nothing wrong with it.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But anyway, it was so good getting to know you.
Nice meeting you.
Is there
Getting to know
anything
you
else that
too.
you want to share with your fans or followers that maybe we didn't talk about today?
I am here to inspire.
Yes.
And for any woman that's out there who feels jaded in any type of way about legacy and love, it's about finding your own passion, staying true to who you are, and not being apologetic.
Girl, quit
Not
looking
having
at
an
this
apology
camera.
for evolving.
Yeah.
So continue to
Look at
evolve.
me.
I'm gonna be here. I'm putting out new music. I thought I was gonna stop singing, you guys, but every time I sing a little bit, you guys say no, keep going. So I'm gonna continue to use the gift, and I thank God for the gift. And you know, it's just what it is. I'm gonna keep singing. I'm gonna be a throat. What you call me?
A throat.
The throat.
But
I guess I'll
listen,
be a throat. Well, that's kind of
that makes me think
a
about
good
this.
throat.
So You have a new album that's gonna come out?
I do. I'm working.
You are
working. I have a song called Love Changes that's coming out real soon.
Because what you can't do is let this stop you. You do understand that, right? You do have to keep going. And I know at times it feels like I don't want to do anything, but you got to keep going. You do know that, right? And that's why I'm here, because I've chosen to keep going.
That's right.
Yeah, but it is definitely hard. I definitely have my days.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You do. But I know that there's an assignment on my life. And there's nothing I can do to stop it anyway. He's already told me this is what it is.
You can really sing, girl.
Thank you.
And so you can't let this change you. You have to keep going. Find another way, but you have to keep going.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a lot to do.
It is.
Yeah. But we want to hear from you.
Okay. You come real soon.
Yeah. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, no, thank you. You was beautiful. Fun. Thank you so much. I don't have got this little skirt on.
A little bitty self.
Thank you.
We're back with the all new segment of All Things Tea.
All right, child. Listen. Yeah. Here's what I'll say. I don't think that Nene's thing is like she's trying to interview. I think it's more of like, even with Carlos and Michelle, when she did the first one, it didn't give me like interview style, which is why I don't understand why she had a cue cards. Maybe the cue cards help with the production set or the production style of what she's doing. Maybe she doesn't have a larger monitor to see the questions or whatever. So I kind of get it, right? You know, but I want to say this. I believe that Nene felt that she was lying in certain points. And then there were certain points in where I also felt like Nene did not necessarily understand what was going on. You know what I'm saying? Can we not wind our lines? Well, you know, so I get it. But my thing is this right here. Latocha, yeah, she just didn't know this particular guest. I think Latocha, I mean, and who knows, maybe Latocha hit Nene up. Maybe Latocha hit Nene up, or they could have the same. Well, she said Rocky. I mean, Rocky was her manager, so I was gonna say maybe their agents. They may know the same age. Something kind of put this together. Yeah. I would like to know what it is. Okay, is that your throat? Who else throat is it, Nene? It ain't like Paula Patrick died over here, and then they gave me his throat because he died. That ain't how they work. But this girl didn't do nothing but lie the entire time, and this is nothing new. It's nothing new. And my thing is, you sit up here acting like you so innocent. Like Tamika is just the worst person on the world or in the world, when in all actuality, this is what you've chose to do to your sister. And we're gonna sit up here and pretend like your sister did it. Girl, hold on one second, child.
There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant.
Ushers, close the doors real quick. Close the doors real quick. Close the doors real quick. They were cool with Michelle, ATL, and Brown, and that's how the interview happened. I can see that. Close the doors, honey. Close the doors. We're gonna take up a quick offering, honey. We've been here. We're gonna take up just a quick offering. Close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We're gonna all leave together. Okay, we didn't went through the interview. We're gonna all leave together. Okay. Latocha, I'm quite sure Candy gonna probably do an Amazon live or something like that, and they're most definitely going to ask her questions about this. I would like to hear Candy's response. Candy caught some strays in there from Nene, which was absolutely hilarious. But again, Candy has stated many of times that she is not a good dancer. Okay, even on the show, she has said that she was not a good dancer. Y'all see how all them people left? Y'all see how all them people left? You get ready to leave, and you can't wait till we dismiss. I'm a close pin all y'all at the door. You don't want me to be your usher. See, that's why I really be like me over there at the house, being an usher over there, because I'll close pin you trying to leave. Nah, whatever. But what was I saying? Jesus. What was I saying? For cutting up. I thought you was about to net us, LOL. Now I will listen. I will show them pair of nuts. Okay, don't play. No, I'm just playing. I came back because I had to ask y'all earlier when we were live if y'all wanted me to do like a live recap of this. And she actually dropped it before I could get it dropped. Tamika is doing a YouTube or IG or YouTube Friday. Should Tamika already done said that or something? How you know Tamika Scott gonna do that? She put it out there. She said that. Yeah, where y'all going after service? What restaurant y'all going to after service? And I'm trying not to hold y'all that long. But positively, Didi just came in here and said Tamika Scott is doing a Instagram or YouTube live on Friday. Girl, Friday is booked. We already got what's her name getting ready to do something Friday. Friday is booked. Yes, on IG, she's making an announcement. Hopefully it's about some new music or something. Hopefully she don't give Latocha nothing. Hold on. Tamika Scott. With this escape dress on. It's got something to do with escape, must be. Let me see. Tell your friends to come out. Okay, I see it. I don't know what announcement gonna be. Join me on my. Okay, wait. It's a video. Oh, she say what I'm saying with. Yeah, I don't think it got nothing to do with Latocha. It look like they got some other stuff going on. Yeah, it don't look like it got nothing to do with Latocha. She's standing in a dress that got escape on it. With some black heels on and a fan. They got escape on it. Tasha, girl, go away from us with this bull crap. Delicious news sounds like it's related to her cooking. Oh yeah, sure. She said delicious news. My phone is still connected to my headphones, so I couldn't quite hear it. But she said delicious news. Yeah, so she probably got some cooking coming up. Yeah, maybe some more seasonings or something like that. All right, y'all. Well, we are getting ready to dismiss. If all minds and hearts are clear, we are getting ready to dismiss. Again, if you'd like to bless the platform, you know how to do so. If you'd like to join the membership, join the membership. If you'd like to join the Patreon, join Patreon. And also too, make sure you bang that like button on your way out. Make sure that you also subscribe if you are not subscribed. And honey, I'm here for the shade. I'm here for the shade. I think I saw someone say that, of course, there was going to be some Candy shade because Nene and Carlos are friends. Unfortunately, I don't think that is the reason why Nene throws shade at Candy. I just think that Candy is like easy for her a little bit. in a sense with the shade, and so I think that that's why I don't think it has anything to do with Carlos King being friends with her. um yeah, I don't really think so. I think it has more to do with just Nene is just Nene. um Anyway, anywho, anyhow, again, make sure y'all hit that like button on your way out. And playback, let me know what y'all think about Latasha and her foolishness. All right, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.